Yes. Well, I mean, you think about our lives, and we have sacred ceremony implemented into our mainstream society, with marriages and funerals and blessings for babies and baptisms, and um, you can see that there's some of these sacred ceremonies, but you don't have a whole lot of them. But at the
Hmm.
same time, there is such power. It's like when people can't deny the power of a sacred ceremony and how that influences your life. You think about when you were married and you went through that sacred ceremony of marriage, and it's something you will never ever forget. It influences you on such a deep level. It changes your life. And there's other sacred ceremonies that you can do that maybe not this much or this profound of a life change necessarily, as far as marriage or death or anything like that. But at the same time, it does have tremendous power.
Hmm.
And it's something that once you participate in, you don't forget. It has a shift. It creates some shift in you on so many different levels. It's
Yes.
sort of like, the difference between when you think about a dream and you have at night and you forget about it maybe by noontime, maybe earlier than that. But when you have a visitation dream, or you've journeyed in a journey with a medicine woman or man, and you have this experience, you will remember the details of that visitation or that journey for years, because there was that experience shifted you energetically on some level, right? So that is the power that you're working with when you do sacred ceremony. Like, it creates a permanent shift no matter what. And this is what I always talk about with my students, like when we do a sacred ceremony called the sand painting ceremony, or we do the despacho ceremony, where you are working with these different levels of consciousness and you're healing and shifting and manifesting. And I always emphasize that with my students, like, don't think that what you did is a small thing. Like, this is a big deal. Things are going to change. They are going to change. Believe that what you did was enough, and it's going to happen, and it does. So, it's extremely powerful. But there's many different kinds of ceremonies. There's simple ceremonies all the way to more complex, intricate ceremonies that you can do. But I feel that no matter what, when you do a sacred ceremony, you want to create a sacred energy or space around you, and you want to set intention. So if you call in the directions, awesome. If that's too much, then you can do something more simple. You can light a candle, you can smudge, and use incense to clear the heavy energy and to get in the mode of your sacred ceremony. You
Absolutely.
could do a prayer and just stand there and just set intention, with spirit, and say, this is what I'm doing, and I want all of my angels, my creator, to be here with me, my ancestors of light. I would love all of this wonderful energy of love and light around me. And this is what I'm doing in this sacred ceremony. I want to heal or clear this away, or I want to manifest this. And I ask for all of the support of the universe to be with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And seal it with energies of gratitude. And then you just set the intention about that which you wish to release by writing it in your journal or on a piece of paper, that which you're wanting to heal or release. Um, I love fire because I feel that that fire is so powerful. So if you can't go out and have a sacred fire like what we do during sacred ceremony, um, I have a little flower pot that I use inside of my house with sand or dirt in it. And you can just write something on a tiny piece of paper that you're wishing to release or heal, and tear it up into tiny, tiny little pieces, and just light it over this little pot with dirt or whatever in it, and let it burn and make a tiny little fire in your house, and then cover it with dirt so there's no heat or anything when you're done with it. And then you're burying it and releasing it that way. That's a great way to kind of create a smaller, more simple ceremony.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's so amazing to know that you can do obviously things at home. And it's so funny because you go to the fire and I always go to water. I
That's
love using
true.
water and everything always. And so I'm even thinking like an amazing simple ceremony is like maybe you draw your bath, maybe you put some candles in there, or I have like this diffuser that has kind of like a light on it and it's very dim. So when I'm wanting to have ceremony, I just turn the lights off and I have like that diffuser going. And you can put Epsom salts, you can put like some crushed roses, you can put whatever kind of herbs you want in there, or even just oils or whatever that is. And as you're doing that, it's like I like to do that where I say a prayer before I call upon the directions, I open up space. I say a prayer. I offer up a space of just wanting to love and to honor and say, I'm really interested in shifting this area. So while I'm here, I'm open to receiving all the guidance that I need, as well as releasing things that are no longer serving me, and then staying in the bath until the water is completely drained. So it's like it's coming completely off of you. And then I like to hop in the shower and just rinse off as well. So it's like releasing everything. But water is such an amazing element to add into emotion and to assist you in that space. So something as simple as that is so profound. And even when I got started into being a medium, I lived at my sister's house, and literally every single night I would get in the tub. And it was like after dinner, she just knew that I would get in the tub. And we always made jokes about it. But it was in those sacred times, I wasn't even aware of it. But I would have journey work, or I'd meditate, or I'd meet my ancestors at the ocean. And they'd walk me into the water and they would teach me things about myself that I didn't know. And I wasn't even aware that I was doing it. But it was how it really helped me step into courage of really honoring that. So having those simple ceremonies where you set the intention, I want to release this, or I'm opening up to this, I would love this insight. And obviously closing with gratitude and in that space of like this humble love and light is so powerful.
Thank you for watching Modern Sages. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We are so grateful for your support. We have an Instagram account as well as on Facebook. We have our podcast, which is the Modern Sages podcast.
And we are so excited to launch our Gifts of Spirit classes in our Modern Sages Mystery School.
Absolutely. Oh, we're so excited. So we're going to link the information below in the show notes for more information about our mystery school.